Hi, this is Mr. Lee, your assistant principal at Orange High School, and I'm going to be walking you through your 11th grade course selection for next year. Just letting you know a couple things that you got to keep in mind is that you have to be registered. You have to be in your Google account for you to fill out this form. So just make sure that you're signed in when the teacher sends you the links to fill out the form. So if you look at the screen here, it says 11th grade course selection. Students who do not choose courses during the specified time will have their course selected by their counselor. Just know that if you do not submit this request, the counselor will pick your classes for you. So just make sure that you turn this in a timely manner. For first and last name, and also this section right here where it says required is a red asterisk. So you'll notice that every one of these boxes, almost every box has a red asterisk, meaning it's required. So you cannot submit this document until you complete each section. So first and last name, go ahead and make sure you put your middle name as well, your full name. Let's just make up a name. We'll do Mickey Mouse. His middle name is Duck because we have a couple of students on our campus that have the same names as somebody else. So let's just go ahead and make sure we write your full name. Student ID number, go ahead and make sure that is correct. I'm just going to write 7777. For student phone number, this is the most important part of this form is that you have to put your personal cell phone number, or if you don't have one, a number that you know that you will answer if the counselors call you. Remember, the counselors are not meeting with you one-on-one. They're looking at this document to make sure that your classes are taken care of for next year. So please provide a phone number that they can contact you and get a hold of you right away. If you don't have a personal cell phone number, maybe a home number, maybe your parents' cell phone number, either way, if they can't get a hold of you here, they're going to go ahead and email you. So we'll get to that. So this one will be 714-777. Let's just make it up. Okay, your email address. It could be your school email address, it could be a personal email address, which doesn't matter, but the only thing that I ask you to do is write an email address that you check on a regular basis. Okay, I know there's some students that don't check their personal email and they never do check it, so they'll never know if anybody emails them. So make sure you put an email that you check quite often. We're going to make this up. It's mickey@gmail.com. Okay, and I would also like a zero period. If you're not an early bird, please check no. If you like a zero period or maybe a zero period, you can just go ahead and click yes. For social science, you need to choose one. Remember, you need 3 years of social science. So it's 30 credits, 10 credits a year. So you're going to choose whether you want regular US history or AP US history. If you feel adventurous and you feel like you want to try something new and you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and choose AP. If not, go ahead and choose US history. For English, you're required to take English all 4 years. So just know that it's either English 11 or AP English. So go ahead and choose one. For math, it's only required for 2 years, but it's 4 years recommended. So just take a look at what you took last year as a freshman and then move on to your next course. So if you took Math 1 and you've completed it, you're going to take Math 2. If you don't know, go ahead and put none apply to me, and the counselor will go ahead and fix it for you. But again, this is not set in stone. This is what the counselors see. If something doesn't match, the counselors will correct it. For science, you're required for 2 years, one in life science and one in physical. I wrote it physical science and I wrote life science. So if you did a physical science last year and you need a life science this year, just go ahead and pick accordingly that you're interested in. If you don't know, if you make a mistake, it's okay, but just try to do the best you can. Again, you also have the ability to put none applies to me, but I'm going to go ahead and put AP biology, or I'll put biology. Okay, moving on to world language. OHS requires 10 credits, 1 year of either fine arts or world language. They require 2 years of the same language, but highly recommend 3. So keep in mind where this little parentheses that says requires a C or better in previous courses. So for example, if I took Spanish for Spanish speaker 1 last year, but I got a D, I won't be able to move on to Spanish 2. But if I got a C or better, I can move on to Spanish for Spanish speakers 2. And again, you have all these choices here, and if none apply to you, go ahead and click none apply to you. But again, if you make a mistake, it's okay, but just do the best you can. The last section is the elective section. You have two choices. Your two top choices will go here, one here, two here, and then your two alternate electives will go right below it. So With that said, the reason why we do the alternate is because sometimes we can't give you the top two choices because it's full or we're not going to offer it or whatnot. What I need you to do is write in the number. So let's just say I choose Foundations of Health Science. I'll put Foundations of Health Science, and then I'm going to go ahead and write the number 0601. My next one, maybe I want to do video game design. I'll do video game design, and then I'll go ahead and put 00622. My alternate choice, I don't really want it, but if those two don't work, maybe I'll do criminal justice, and go ahead and write the number 0924. And then my last choice would be, let's just say, would be psychology. Psychology. And then that would be H701. Okay, so with that said, in the last section here is PE athletic dance. Just know that if you've already met your PE requirements for the first 2 years, then you're good. But if you haven't, if you're in JROTC or aerobics or dance and marching band and athletics, you can go in and select which one that you want to be part of. Just know that this section here, this last section, there's no asterisk, so you don't have to fill this in. You only have to fill this in if you choose athletics. If you choose athletics, just make sure that you've already talked to the coach. You can't just say, hey, I want to do, swim, but you never talk to him because that's just something you're interested in. Just understand that you have to get clarification. You have to get the approval from the swim coach to be in this class. If you don't know, just go ahead and put athletics and write the counselor a little note. I'm interested in swim. I will speak to the coach or something along those lines. Let's go ahead and if I do not fill in this section here, just know that when I hit the button submit, it'll go back to here. It won't allow me to submit. Just understand that you just got to make sure you fill something in and then you hit submit and you'll get this response. Remember, you are not finished until you get this response where it says 11th grade course selection. Your response has been recorded. That means it'll come to me and I can send it off to the counselors. All right. Hope this helped. Good luck.